All sports in Italy have been halted because of the coronavirus outbreak, including games in Serie A and preparatory events for the Tokyo Olympics, Italy Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte confirmed in a television address on Monday.
Conte said the suspension, which is part of a countrywide lockdown, would go into effect on Tuesday.
Earlier Monday, the Italian Olympic Committee (CONI), which oversees all sporting events in the country and had initially recommended the ban to the Italian government, said the stoppage would last until April 3.
Conte said in his address that a new government decree will require people throughout the country of 60 million to demonstrate a need to work, health conditions or other limited reasons to travel outside the areas where they live.
We're having an important growth in infection, and of deaths, he said.
We all must give something up for the good of Italy. We have to do it now, and we'll only be able if we all collaborate and adapt to these more stringent measures.
This is why I decided to adopt even more strong and severe measures to contain the advance, and protect the health of all citizens.
Italy's top football division had resumed Sunday with 5 games played in empty stadiums.
Sassuolo hosted Brescia on Monday, also behind closed doors.
Teams have either 12 or 13 games to play, with 8-time defending champion Juventus holding a 1-point lead over Lazio. Serie A has not been cancelled since World War II.
CONI said its decision did not include international competition, for clubs or national teams, because it does not govern those. Juventus, Napoli and Atalanta are each competing in the Champions League, while Inter Milan and Roma are still in the Europa League.
Events around the world have been affected by the spreading virus, including Champions League matches and Japan's professional baseball season. Late Sunday, one of the biggest tennis tournaments in the world was postponed.
Earlier, the Italian Swimming Federation said it was withdrawing its teams from international events and cancelled an Olympic qualifying meet scheduled for next week in Riccione.
The Tokyo Games are scheduled to begin in 4.5 months. More than 300 Italian athletes qualified for the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Olympics.
In France, police said that the Champions League match between Paris Saint-Germain and Borussia Dortmund at Parc des Princes will be played without fans.
It is the second of the 4 matches in the competition this week to be played in an empty stadium. Spanish authorities previously recommended restrictions on games involving teams from areas in Italy with high numbers of virus cases and said the Valencia-Atalanta match on Tuesday will take place without fans in attendance.
Leipzig's match against Tottenham on Tuesday and Liverpool's home game against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday are expected to be played with fans.
Wednesday's game in Paris will be the first match with no fans at the Parc des Princes in 10 years. The last time that happened, in March 2010, the decision was made following crowd trouble during a match between PSG and French rival Marseille.
PSG, which lost the first leg 2-1, said it took note of the decision and said the club remains fully mobilized to organize the match in the best possible conditions.
In the French League, the match between Lyon and visiting Reims on Friday will also be played without fans.
France has banned gatherings of more than 1,000 people. The country reported 1,126 cases of the virus as of Sunday, up 19% from the day before and the second largest number of cases in Europe after Italy. So far, 19 people in France have died. The virus also forced the postponement of the Six Nations rugby match between France and Ireland. French Sports Minister Roxana Maracineanu said the decision to postpone was made after discussions with tournament organizers and the French Rugby Federation. The game was due to take place on Saturday at the Stade de France. A new date has yet to be announced. In Germany, it will be up to local authorities to decide whether fans can attend matches this weekend in the top 2 divisions, the league's organizers said. Last weekend's Bundesliga matches went ahead as planned with fans, though Borussia Mönchengladbach refunded tickets for supporters from an area affected by the virus after asking them not to attend the game. Local authorities in the Swiss city of Basel refused permission for the city's football team to host Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa League on March 19. UEFA has not yet confirmed a venue for the match. Even the flame lighting ceremony for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics is being affected. Spectators will be kept away from the event in ancient Olympia on Thursday, the Greek Olympic Committee has said. Only 100 accredited guests will be allowed to attend.
Also, World Cup qualifying games in Asia were formally postponed until at least September, FIFA and the Asian Football Confederation said on Monday, but matches could still go ahead on schedule if all relevant parties agree.
Japanese officials earlier postponed the start of the 12-team Professional Baseball League season. The season was to open on March 20. Japan's professional league had been playing its preseason games without fans because of the virus.
I personally believe that we have no choice but to postpone at this stage, Japanese League Commissioner Atsushi Saito said.
The announcement to cancel the tennis tournament in Indian Wells, California, came after many players were already in the desert practicing. Qualifying matches were to begin Monday, with women's main draw matches starting on Wednesday and the men's draw beginning on Thursday.
We're here and still deciding what's next, Rafael Nadal wrote on Twitter. So sad for all that is happening around the world with this situation. Hopefully soon solutions from the authorities. Stay all well and safe.
Information from the Associated Press was used in this report.